Drive the Ioniq 5 today.
This is a special presentation from News Channel Nebraska. This broadcast is presented by Currency. For more details, visit gocurrency.com. By Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. By Ashley Furniture. Visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com. And by Tom Dinsdale Automotive. Find us on the web at dinsdaleauto.com.
Hello and welcome to the final regular season day of high school basketball. We're at Hastings High School. Ryan Valenta joined alongside Andy Klassen once again. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. We've got a good matchup. Class B versus Class C1. Hastings versus Minden. Final tune-up game for these teams this season before they start sub-district play next Tuesday, Andy.
Yeah, and both teams want to end on a win, right? And for Minden, they get an opportunity to kind of slay some dragons. Only 2-7 on the road this year. They defend home court very well, kind of like the Huskers. Now they're going to get an opportunity to show what they can do on the road.
Since 2006, just the fourth meeting between these two teams, even though they're just 40 minutes apart from the West on Highway 34, but we're going to renew that rivalry about, let's see, do math here, that's 12 years. 12 years for the first game, but these teams, about run-of-the-mill pack, just above under 500 both, but both teams, they're going to have to come out strong to win this one.
Yeah, kind of mirror one another, don't they, when you talk record-wise, and I think it's kind of come full circle for really both these squads, where you go into a season talking about, let's control the little things, limit turnovers, rebound the basketball. Then you get into the season, you're like, all right, now we got to put in offensive packages. I think both squads, both coaching staffs, like, we got to get back to rebounding, taking care of the basketball if we want to make some noise during this postseason.
But both teams, they're going to start sub-district play on Tuesday, like I mentioned. Minden's going to have a tough matchup as well as Hastings, as they're the 3 seed in both of their sub-districts. That will happen on Tuesday. They're going to have to win out their sub-districts to have a chance of making the state playoffs. Hastings, last appearance in 2020. It's been a lot longer for Minden, back in 2012. But both these teams can make a run. But let's talk about some key players here. Caden Block for Hastings High. It's in the name, Block.
You're exactly right. Yes, he averages double figures, about 11, 12 points per game, but it's what he does on the defensive end. He defends the rim, and he does it at a high clip, leads the team in rebounds and blocks.
And for Minden, the Whippets coming here to town, Jake Ryan, he is going to be the stud. He's going to be a scorer. I got a chance to check them out against Adams Central. Jake Ryan actually hit a buzzer beater three-pointer to send it to overtime against a powerhouse Adams Central Class C1 team, but he's going to be the key tonight for Minden.
Yeah, Ryan's clutch. He's a lengthy guard, knows how to score on all 3 levels, as you mentioned. Ice running through his veins, and he'll hit the big shot when need be.
So Hastings, a team that has been kind of just around the 500 mark for the past 2 years. Again, 2020, the last time they made it to state, but under head coach Drew Danielson in his 4th year, he's been the guy to lead the charge. I've spoken with him multiple times this year, said these teams are battle-tested, and they play a lot of tough teams. Again, they're in Class B in central Nebraska. A lot of the Class B teams about out east or out west, either not really much in central Nebraska, but they are going to have a tough matchup here. Minden can get it done perhaps tonight.
Get your popcorn ready, right? They're about to do lineups. Let's get up to the booth.
All right, so that's going to do it for us right now. We'll be right back with you to introduce the starting lineups. You're watching NCN Sports Now.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Pre-game show is brought to you by Custom Sports. Look great for every game with custom team or business apparel from Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCo.com.
First, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands. We'll be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Welcome back to the jungle here at Hastings High School. Class B versus Class C final regular season matchup for both of us. Let's introduce our starting lineups tonight. First for the Minden Whippets with an 8-11 record. They will send out their starting five in a form of a 6'1" senior, Jake Ryan, a 6' sophomore, Luke Romas, 6' senior, Austin Lukemeyer, a 6'2" senior, Cade Dorzinski, and a 6'4" senior, Bryson Schwanke. They're coached by Carson Bloom in his third season with Minden. Assisted by Tyler Eggenberger. Again, these two teams going at it for just the fourth time in the past 12 years. And this is the cool part here at the jungle. They get to introduce the starting lineups. The lights go out and the video plays. Man, some of these schools here, their media has gotten really good in the past few years. We're going to highlight a couple of Central Nebraska schools I've been to. Adams Central, Sandy Creek, spending a lot of dollars in their journalism program, so one day they can be on the mic just like us. Let's introduce now the starting lineups for the Hastings High Tigers, coming into a record of 8-12 this year. They will send out their starting five in the form of a 6' junior, Eli Schneider, a 6'3" senior, Landon Heinrichs, a 6'4" junior, Parker Ablett, a 6'5" senior, Caden Block, and a 6'4" senior, Braden Power. Schneider, Heinrichs, Ablett, Block, and Power under the direction of Drew Danielson in his fourth year as head coach. Let's play some basketball. Final regular season of the year for both of these schools, who will begin sub-district play on Tuesday. This is going to be a good one.
It really is. And, you know, we highlighted Caden Block, the 6'5" senior for the hometown Hastings Tigers. But I'll tell you what, the Whippets of Minden, they cannot lose sight of Braden Power, your other center/power forward. He, too, is a senior. He's also 6'4", and he's right there averaging about 10 points per game. So they got a really nice 1-2 punch, do the Hastings High Tigers.
It's blocked to jump, and he is beaten by Cade Dorzinski. Minden got it first. The first quarter begin. First quarter tonight, brought to you by John Henry's, brought to you, and our family serving yours. Three-pointer quickly. It's good. Dorzinski, the team leader in three-pointer, gives the Minden lead.
Fantastic basketball right there to start off for the Whippets. Inside, outside, getting baseline, that baseline pass, corner three. Look out.
Tigers trying to answer. It's Power driving to the baseline, stolen away by Minden.
Similar type of play there. The Minden Whippets were just sitting on it, though. Nice steal.
Minden trying to add to their first point baskets. Dorzinski, the point guard, calls out the play. Driving into the paint, kicks it out. Here comes another three. It's good. Back-to-back threes. It's Luke Romas.
And you can see exactly what Minden wants to do. They want to get some penetration, then utilize the kick out, and they've done that the first two times down the court with a lot of success.
Coach Danielson for Hastings, as there's a three by Landon Heinrichs off target. But as Coach Danielson told us, just the defensive pressure has been good.
Yeah.
But they have allowed two early buckets there, not able to cash in on the three on that possession.
That was a good look there for Landon Heinrichs.
Minden, a travel call. Dorzinski called for the walk, and they'll turn it over, give it back to the Tigers.
And what did we talk about in the pregame? Limiting turnovers. Both teams, both squads here turn the ball over early to open things up.
So Minden asked Coach Bloom for Minden about what their struggle with was this season. They said they're outside shots, but they've already hit 2 3-pointers and their defense is very good when it's clicking. So far, no points for Hastings.
Yeah, you could have fooled me with struggling with outside shots. Those are two really good-looking deep balls, nothing but nylon.
Tucker Sinek is in for Hastings. Braden Power already out. Quick sub for the Tigers. Spinning into the lane. Ablett can't finish. Rebound Minden.
Difficult shot there.
Minden trying to answer again into the paint. Long two-pointer off the rim. Fight for the rebounds. And Hastings picks it up. Still looking to get on the scoreboard here in the first.
You know, that's another kind of tough shot. I like the shot selection there, a wide open look, but that baseline kind of in betweener, not a deep three, not off the block. That's kind of a tough shot to kind of gauge as a shooter.
Ablett dribbling. Hastings will pass it around again. 35-second shot clock in effect for Class B. Ablett. He's good for three.
Oh, that was a great look. Good ball movement for the home team Tigers. Number 1-3, Ablett knocks it down.
Ablett just taking over the lead in points per game from Caden Block quickly.
And that's a welcome sight there if you're a Minden fan. Jake Ryan getting involved in the offense, and I love the decisiveness, taking that shot early in that possession.
Jake Ryan, a D1 football commit. He's going to be heading to Wake Forest next year. Super cool.
The Demon Deacons, right?
Yes.
Kind of speaks to how so many of these schools in central Nebraska, they're not just basketball or football players, they're multi-sport athletes, and that serves well, you know, for all the different sports they play.
Hastings is going to bring a full court press, and Minden will get it across the stripe, but Carson Bloom is going to call a timeout here with Minden leading 8-3. All right, so we will be right back. 4 minutes, 43 seconds left to go. Minden in front.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
After the Minden timeout, they turn it over quickly. Smothering defense by the Tigers forced the turnover.
That's where Dorzinski, it was a tip, so he didn't have to worry about the over and back. I felt he tried to make a athletic kind of a possession-saving play. He didn't need to rush that. He could have took his time and just got full control of the ball and brought it back across half court.
Braden Power back in for Hastings. Tigers dribbling around, still looking to get it beyond the perimeter. Ablett can't. Has to pass it around near side. Schneider picks it up. He needs help. He gets it. Power 5 to shoot. Drives in. Gets the tough shot to go. Braden Power, this first of the night.
Excellent drive. Even though they didn't get penetration early in that possession, Ryan, they worked the ball back and forth and really made Minden, the Whippets, move their feet back and forth for a long time.
Oh, look at the pass from Dorzinski to Gromas. Gromas puts in his second bucket of the quarter.
Well, there's the roll of the dice. If you're going to go with full court pressure, you got to get somebody back. Nice press break and attack to follow by the Whippets.
Hastings down 10-5. Here is a block. It was Heinrichs going in for the shot. Minden met him at the net.
Wow, what an athletic play, and I like the no call there from today's officials. Rod Hartman, Mark Krull, and Jason Perzina are today's officials, and you can kind of tell that these teams, they kind of like to push the tempo, especially Hastings with that full court pressure.
No, the points aren't going to score themselves, and you only got so much time to do it, so why not do it quickly? Minden facing the dreaded full court press again. Brett Eckhart has checked in for Minden, and he's replaced Austin Lutkemeyer for the moment. It's Eckhart, gives it off to Ryan, stutter steps, drives in, pass nice down low, stolen away by the Tiger. Here they come in transition. Power outnumbered, drives all the way in, kicks out, nothing doing there. Here's a three for Heinrichs. Shorts. Fight for the rebound. Power scoops it up. He goes to the rim and he's fouled. 2 shots coming up for the Tiger senior.
There's that other big fella down low that I talked about at the top of the broadcast, Braden Power. You cannot lose sight of that workhorse down there. And nice job playing through all that contact, getting himself to the foul line.
Power from the line this year, 59%. He makes his first. He's got the most makes on the team. 51 becomes 52. Caden Block back in. Eli Schneider out for Hastings. Hastings as a team, just under 59% from the line. And Power's 2 for 2, 10-7.
Gonna back off, pick him up at half court right now. I kind of like that. Changing it up a little bit, give him a different look.
And maybe trap him right at half court. And there's a walk there. Dorzinski called for the travel again. Second time this quarter he's been called for that.
So there you go, Ryan. Just changing it up. Those subtle little changes, just giving Hastings a different look. Or Minden a different look.
Today's game brought to you by Midway Auto and Zollner Ford of Lincoln. Appreciate all of our sponsors making these broadcasts possible. Look at the pass inside. It's Power again who draws the contact and the foul.
Yeah, Power did a great job sealing off and getting position, but how about the entry pass from his 6'5" senior buddy, Caden Block? Over the top.
Take a look at this instant replay. Today's instant replay sponsored by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close.
You know, it kind of reminds me in baseball where pitchers and catchers kind of take care of one another. The two big fellas out on the court, they're taking care of one another for the Hastings Tigers.
It's Ablett, Block, and Power, the three-headed beast in this Hastings offense. One-point game as Hastings has scored four straight on 4 straight Power free throws.
Yeah, really good length there. 6'4", 6'5", 6'4".
Minden getting smothered in the defense. We're going to get another travel, and the crowd loves it.
Minden still holding on to a 1-point lead, but I tell you what, they got to limit these empty possessions. We talked about ball security during the pregame. You got to take care of the basketball. They're kind of helping Hastings with this comeback here.
Tigers looking to take the lead. Power loses it. Fast break opportunity for Ryan. Goes with the left hand, blocked.
Wow.
Ablett sends it right back in his face.
What an athletic play by Ablett on the recovery defense.
Now, how sweet would this be to take the lead here? Two guys get tied up and
jump ball.
Fall to the floor. Yes, jump ball called in. That looks, got Brett Eckhart, I believe, who is down the far sideline.
Look at this block. Wow. Wow. Just the acceleration, the explosiveness from Ablett, able to go up and block that one. And
so Eckhart, the junior, getting checked out by his head coach, Carson Bloom.
Yeah, I think he hit his head. That was a physical melee there, but he did a really good job playing with anticipation, getting in front of that pass. But I'll tell you, a guy you might not want to get tangled up with is Braden Power over there on the sideline.
So Eckhart's going to go back to the locker room and get evaluated. We'll check and see the health of him later. Block into the paint. Your baseline kicks it out. Cynic for a tray. No. It wanted to go in, but didn't. Here comes Minden. Into the paint. Schwenke misses the shot. Body goes flying to the floor. Ablett scoops up the rebound. Baseball pass. Schneider. And a foul. I believe they called. That wasn't it was an offensive foul against Caden Block. That was away from the basket. Check out the replay there. A little bit of an illegal screen there.
Kind of got that chicken wing out there a little bit. Try to impede the progress or beat the defender to the spot. And let's be honest, it was getting pretty physical out there. I kind of like the whistle in that spot.
Landon Bulis for Minden checks in for the first time in the game. Luke Romas takes a seat, whistle, and have a foul on Hastings. It's going to be against Landon Heinrichs.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing is the officials trying to reestablish, a little bit of control, and they don't want this to turn into kind of a rock fight or a football game, out on the basketball court.
Stolen away by Heinrichs. Can he finish? No, it's short. He gets his own board. This time he puts it in. First bucket for Heinrichs.
Landon Heinrichs just kind of patting his stats there, right? Want to get that offensive board.
And even better, Hastings with the lead now. 1 minute in the first quarter. And another travel. A fourth travel in the quarter called against Minden.
I tell you what, this has been a fantastic job by head coach Drew Danielson. Started with that full court pressure, generated a couple of steals, but as soon as Minden kind of figured it out, they backed off. They changed things up into that half-court trap, picking them up at half-court, and it's caused some problems. So just showing a different look defensively to the Whippets has been working for Hastings thus far.
For the end of the first quarter, Hastings is going to put a freshman in the game. Here's a junior. It's Ablett again with the three-pointer, his second of the game.
Look out. Ablett's averaging 12 points per game. Looks like he's trying to eclipse that here with the final home game of the regular season.
Bad pass. Bulis loses it. Hastings will throw on the brakes and try to take the last shot of the first quarter. Another turnover by Minden as they have forced a lot of unnecessary passes and fumbles in this first. Schneider dribbling it out. Schneider pulls up, misses. 5 seconds. Minden gets the rebound. A chance for a shot here. Schwenke puts it up. No, just off target. And that will spell an end to the first quarter, brought to you by John Henry's. 14-10, Tiger lead. We'll be back with quarter number 2.
A new year, a fresh start, a resolution to grow more, gain more, give more. The process is the same: plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we, Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
Back with quarter number 2. Second quarter today is sponsored by O Street Carpet and Steve Carper, plus this crew at O Street Carpet. 14-10, Hastings in the lead. They've currently scored 9 consecutive after trailing 10-5. They've got it going on the offense right now.
Yes, they do, and it's coming from a lot of defense. Defense turning into offense through the turnover. And if you're Carson Bloom, head coach of the Minden Whippets, I think you just got to take a step back and tell your guys, hey, if we take care of the ball, we'd still have the lead. So there's a, gosh darn, another turnover, though.
My goodness. Steal and a foul. So that will, I believe, send Hastings to the free throw line. Just before that, Minden, you saw Coach Danielson for Hastings with his hands up. He wanted an over and back call for the half court, but there must have been a tip. But Power at the free throw line.
Yeah, another nice strong take from Power.
Power's off target for his first. So Brett Eckhart, the guy who took a nasty spill on the far sideline just a few moments ago, back on the Minden bench, so he appears to be all right. Power, no good on that one, 0 for 2 from that trip.
Schwenke with his 4th rebound already in this game.
Schwenke, the big fella, he can get it going on the offensive boards too.
Nice job clearing out.
Schwenke will try a tough defended shot, no good. Power throws it up to Heinrichs. He goes up, reverse with the right, puts it in.
Boy, and you really like to see that if you're a Hastings fan. If they can get that tempo going a little bit, that serves them very well, scoring in that transition game.
Here's Gromas with the pump fake, pulls up for 2, short. Fight for the rebound. Bodies go flying. Hastings got it. Ablett, blocking foul.
Wow, just excellent battle. You said fight for the basketball. You couldn't have said it better. And somehow Braden Power was able to get that loose ball and get it up court to kickstart that fast break.
Foul's going to be called against Kate Dorzinski. That's his second personal foul, and not a shooting foul.
Yeah, good on Parker Ablett kind of forcing the issue there, working into that foul, drawing out the whistle.
Bounce pass, right to Power, has to kick it out. Good defense by Minden. That's the play that can kill you as the defense, allowing those inbounds passes right underneath the hoop. But Minden did a good job of stopping it. Ablett pulls up again. Oh, yes, sir. Ablett again. Where's his third?
My goodness, and that was from way downtown. Minden, you mentioned, has been playing really good defense. They're just going to have to extend that defense out a little bit.
14 consecutive points for Hastings. Eckhart trying to change that. He's trapped. Gives it off. Lutkemeyer, he buries the three to answer the run. Timeout Hastings.
Inside out once again, working to perfection for the Whippets.
It's a full timeout. We're going to take one with them, with Hastings leading 19-13.
If you're looking to be confident in the used vehicle you're buying, Midway's got it. Our lowest hassle-free prices every day on a great selection of Midway certified pre-owned vehicles. Buy confident at Midway Auto Dealerships in Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket, or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports.
Hastings basketball. They've got it in their offensive zone. Just over 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Good ball movement. Ablett again. Off target this time, but Heinrichs pulls down the offensive board here. Sinek with the jumper. No good. Fight for the rebound won by Eckhart of Minden.
The Whippets kind of dodged the bullet there, giving up that offensive board. Hastings had another good look.
Jake Ryan dishes it off. It's Gromas back to Ryan. He gets jumped into by Schneider, who will pick up the foul.
Excellent ball fake there from Jake Ryan. Got his defender to leave his feet. Dribbled right into him. Once again, drew out that whistle.
Stay tuned for the halftime show presented by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health is their top priority. That coming up after the final 5:23.
You know, everything that's been going right for the Hastings Tiger, you know, turning over Minden, knocking out a couple deep threes. Minden's still only down a 2-possession game here, so they could tie it up at just a couple back-to-back threes, and we've seen them start the game that way with back-to-back threes.
Here's a turnover in the paint. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass from Gromas, but Hastings comes up with the baseball pass stolen away by Eckhart. Good try there, but Eckhart there to steal it away.
Teams trade turnovers once again.
So Minden trying to answer. They had a Lutkemeyer 3 to get them going in the second quarter, but that's all they've managed so far. Here is Lutkemeyer. Passes. Was there a tip? No. Bad pass, and another just costly turnover for Minden. Gives it back to Hastings.
Yeah, that's a good point. What's so costly about it is it's what's called an empty possession. They don't even get a look or generate a shot. Didn't even give them themselves a chance to put points up on the board.
They're trailing by 6. Hastings trying to add to that. Power nowhere to go in the lane. Hastings fell behind early, but here Schneider pulls up for 3. It's short. Rebounded by Lutkemeyer. Here comes Minden.
Once again, not a bad take there for the Hastings offense. They kind of take their time on offense, and I like that because they work really hard on the defensive end.
Here's a 3 by Minden. It's good. It's Lutkemeyer again with his second of the contest.
The stop and pop, and he is energized right now.
Minden back in it in the second quarter. They just trail 16-19. Full timeouts here. We'll take one with them. Be right back at the Jungle.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Want the perfect SUV for your busy lifestyle? You'll find it at Dinsdale Hyundai with the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Motor Trend's 2023 SUV of the Year. Modern styling, America's best warranty, and the highest possible safety rating. Plus, with a range of up to 303 miles, stopping for gas is a thing of the past. The future of EV technology is here in Grand Island. Stop by Dinsdale Hyundai and test drive the Ioniq 5 today.
Back at the Jungle, Hastings leading 19-16, halfway gone in the second quarter. Minden's bringing some pressure now, and they're going to get a steal. All the way to the basket. Ryan puts it in.
Excellent takeaway, and that finish with the left hand.
So now Minden scored 8 straight, and they're right back in it.
Not the way Danielson wanted to operate coming out of the break.
Here's block. Good find to Heinrichs. Puts it in with the rights.
And we saw that happen to Minden, didn't we? To turn them over with that half-court or full-court pressure, and then the next time down get beat, someone would get behind them.
Absolutely. If you are going to press, you got to make sure you're not going to give anything up on the far courts. And Minden just did that.
Yeah, your safety, right? Got to be deeper than the deepest.
Hard jump shot, way too hard for Jake Ryan. He misses the shot. Schneider all the way up. Ablett driving. Passes tipped away. Good defense by Minden. It was Lutkemeyer who got a hand on it. Here's in the paint. Eckhart against Power. Forces the miss. Rebound Hastings at Schneider. He'll throw it up to block underneath the hoop. Lays it in, takes a spill, and can't convert.
Don't mind the no call because Eckhart tried to get out of his way.
Another dangerous pass, and it's tipped out of bounds by Landon Heinrichs. Man, both these teams just making long passes and very dangerous on both sides.
Yeah, long passes, dangerous passes, and they're telegraphing them just a little too much.
Stay tuned for the halftime show presented by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Sartor Heyman will help make your jewelry dreams come true. That'll be in 2.5 minutes after the conclusion of the second quarter. Minden trying to at least make it a 1-point game or even tie it up. 10 to shoot.
We thought this was going to be a competitive game, and it's been exactly that.
It's Dorzinski connects, and we do indeed have a tie game.
Both teams kind of flexing their range offensively. We've seen 3 balls fall for really both squads.
Dorzinski's second of the match. Loose ball. Minden's got it. Here comes the offense. Dorzinski dishes it off. Schwenke, foul, count it. Minden back in front.
Schwenke has been the calming force, the factor, the X factor for the Whippets this entire first half. Really nice job. Look at that strength, playing through the contact, staying with that hang time up in the air, and the nice finish, little touch off the glass.
Minden on a 13-2 run right now.
Boy, it's been a game of runs, hasn't it? You saw Minden get off to that hot start, back-to-back triples. Then Hastings kind of figured things out after an early timeout. They went on a run, and here comes Minden with the answer.
Schwenke converts the three-point play.
Call that a shooter's roll when it catches the back of the iron like that?
Fortunate for Minden. They've got a 3-point lead. Hastings breaks the full-court press. Ablett drives in, soft touch, it's good.
My goodness, athletic play going up and over, and saw how he kind of sidestepped the defender on his way to the rim.
Now in front, and a foul underneath. So Hastings breaks the run with the bucket there. Caden Block back in, Schneider's out, but Hastings, after leading by 9 points early on in the second quarter, now trails by 1. Minute and a half. It's Dorzinski off target. Fight for the rebound. Offense rebound. And here's Grolmus for a wide open look. He connects.
That second shot opportunity, we've seen it hurt Minden. That time they get one of their own.
The Whippets making it rain from beyond the arc in the second quarter. Hastings gets it to Power underneath the hoop. Good touch, good finish.
Oh, that's what you love to see if you're a Hastings fan. Get it to the big fella. Let him eat underneath.
So Hastings down 2 with the minute left. They're going to try and press. Minden breaks it. Jake Ryan, look at the move, but he can't finish. Loose ball, though, picked up by Minden. Grolmus gets a friendly roll again and puts it in.
Talk about hang time. Grolmus was up there for a century.
So 45 seconds left to go. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, so Hastings will have to get one off before the clock expires.
About a 12-second differential here.
Coach Danielson motioning for Ablett to retreat until the very last second. At least just get a shot up right as the shot clock ends, or not. Ablett misses. If he connects there, that's a different story.
Yeah.
But now Minden's got 20 seconds to put it in.
I like that offensive possession. Just kind of lulled him to sleep and got a really good take, a good look with the 3-ball.
Yeah, if you have that good of a look, as a foul's called on Ablett, blocking foul, trying to push Lutkemeyer towards the out-of-bounds line.
Yeah, Lutkemeyer did a good job just getting into his defender because his progress was impeded there. That was a good call.
So Minden gets it in. Just over 10 seconds. Cross-court pass. Rosinski holding it. He's got the hot hand. Will he take the last shot? Dorzinski, he will. Step back 3. No good. And that sends us to halftime with Minden in the lead, 29-25. Stick around. The Starter Heyman halftime show right after this.
The Halftime Report on NCN is sponsored by Columbus Community Hospital, where your health matters.
It all started long ago, with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment, and that's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USafe Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
Let your next adventure take flight in Sarpy County, Nebraska for some high-flying fun. Legendary family adventures. Out-of-this-world shopping. Star-studded evenings. And award-winning experiences. Our flights are never canceled. Stay, play, and plan your getaway at GoSarpy.com.
Welcome back to the jungle here at Hastings. It's the halftime highlights brought to you by Starter Heyman Jewelers. We had offensive performance galore in that second quarter. Minden drops 19 points and Hastings drops 11 points. Look at these highlights now. Minden got it going early with 2 3-pointers. They've gotten 6 on the game, rather. And answering was Parker Ablett. He got it back to a 3-point game as Hastings led early, and then here's Ablett. He can hit the 3, and then he can hit the block too.
Such an athletic player. He's been involved offensively, defensively. Here's another good look at him in that range. Deep triple for number 1-3.
Ablett with 3 first quarter 3-pointers to go with 11. And how about another one? The logo 3 pretty much. He sunk it. That made it a 19-10 game, but Minden fought back. A 3-pointer by the Whippets, got it back within 3-pointers. It was Lutkemeyer who had 2 3-pointers. Tough shot into the paint for Minden. That got it close the game to Bryson Schwenke. He ended up converting the three-point play. Then with Minden up 1, it was Gromas for another three-pointer, and that is where we stand, 29-25.
You know, like they say, shooting is contagious. You saw Gromas there with the triple. Luke Kamara also had a three. He had a couple of threes that really, I felt, kind of kick-started and really helped prolong that run that the Minden Whippets went on in that second quarter. So once you saw, you also saw Schwenke with a couple of really nice plays down low. But once the Whippets saw the ball go through the nylon, you saw multiple players get involved offensively, and then they were able to sustain a really nice run and take that lead back towards the end of that second period.
So here at Hastings, they're introducing their 2024 Hall of Fame class. It's the 5th year that they've done it, started doing it in 2019. So they've got a bunch of guys and girls too, guys and gals that made the Hastings Hall of Fame that they're introducing here at the Jungle. Super cool. You don't see too many schools do this, I don't think.
Yeah, it's really cool. And well, just the environment here. You mentioned you call the gymnasium the Jungle a couple of times, and it's been every bit of that this afternoon, even though it's a Saturday. Great home crowd, and you got to think that some of these festivities are part of the reason we're seeing so many patrons and people in orange and black out supporting the Tigers here this afternoon.
So Hastings introducing a plethora of Hall of Fame members, including 1954 basketball player Dick Kleiber, 1959 cross-country Ron Priebi, 1964 class Henry Dilley, 69 class Phil Klepper, and then 1988 Andy Wolf, and 1989 Joe Schur, and Coach Joe Sajovic. He was the head coach for 13 years at Hastings, and his team played in 2 state championships games, and they also won 6 Greater Nebraska Conference titles, including 132 games. Most notably, the 1996 team that was Coach Sajovic was part of, they shocked Class B as they stormed to the championship game after only 4 regular season games that they won.
Yeah.
How about that?
Well, it's that old telltale case of you get better throughout the season. Yes, they got hot at the right time, and they're playing their best basketball. What do you want to be? The end of the season made that fantastic run to the championship game. And got to mention, Andy was the female, spelled with an I. Andy Fink was her name back in her high school days. A fantastic tennis player.
You should go down there and tell her your name's Andy, too. It's super cool.
But why?
Coach Sajovic down there in the bottom left. We're going to see if we can get him up here for a couple comments. We'll be right back with the halftime show on NCN.
From the moment you realized you needed ongoing care, to the long conversations with loved ones, and the scare of having to leave the home you've lived in for so many years, to the moment you realized you didn't have to meeting your caregiver for the first time, and those initial fears turning into new friendships, to the moment you felt more supported than you have in a really long time.
Thank you.
We've been here for you, just around the corner. Columbus Community Hospital.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Currency. Visit GoCurrency.com for details. By Central Nebraska Orthopedics, dedicated to the motion of life. And by Region 4 Behavioral Health, quality mental health and substance abuse services.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit GoCurrency.com and apply today.
Welcome back. The third quarter, just about time to tip off. We're going to do our school spotlight sponsors presented by Currency. If you need financing for RVs, ATVs, or other expensive items, contact Currency. Visit gocurrency.com today. Minden, just about 40 minutes west on Highway 6 here from Hastings High School. Population just over 3,000 in Kearney County, just west of us here in Adams County. 194 Whippets go to the high school there. And Whippets, probably the best mascot name in Nebraska, hands down.
Smaller size Greyhound basically is the Whippet, and it's just a fantastic community. We did a football game earlier this season there. They won. It was great, and I tell you what, they get out and they support their boys and girls high school athletic teams.
Minden, a very good volleyball school as well. That is a Minden High School spotlight. Now to switch over to the Tigers. Population obviously much bigger here in the second smallest city in the Tri-Cities between Grand Island and Kearney. Just over 25,000 here in Adams County. Enrollment 761, a very large school, making it in Class B. The Tigers made it to the second round of football playoffs this year before they fell in the second round. But the Tigers very much improving. They've been kind of run-of-the-mill team for the past few years in athletics, but they're really giving it up. Hey, they had a state champion in tennis this year.
There you go. Just a rich tradition with a lot of history, and you saw that during our halftime festivities there, halftime show with so many enrollees entering into the Hastings Hall of Fame.
Before we get started with the third quarter, let's look at your stat leaders from the first half. For Hastings, they were led by 11 points from Parker Ablett, Braden Power with 8, Landon Heinrichs with 6. So just those 3 Tigers on the scoreboard this afternoon so far. No points from Caden Block yet. For Minden, they're led by 10 points from Luke Grolmus, 6 points each from Lutkemeyer and Dorzinski, 4 points for Jake Ryan, and 3 for Bryson Schwenke. It's Hastings basketball to start off the third quarter. Today's third quarter presented to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain and not just the symptoms. So Minden, after trailing by 9 in the second quarter, brings in a 4-point lead to the third quarter.
Yeah, you mentioned Block. He's actually on the bench right now. I don't know if he got tangled up, twisted an ankle. We'll have to keep an eye on number 22.
Stolen away by Minden. Here's Dorzinski. Loses the basketball. Schneider picks it up. Good defense by Hastings.
Quick hands from Schneider. The recovery defense was there.
Ablett to Power. Short jumper, but too short on it.
Kind of alligator-armed it, didn't he? Just short-armed it just a little bit.
Needs some more mustard on that one. Minden with it now, trying to add to their 4-point lead. Into the paint. Strong left-handed finish. It's good. Jake Ryan.
Couple times now where Ryan's been able to extend out with that left arm and finish going high off the window.
What a find there as Ryan able to get it in. Cross-court pass to Ablett. Trips over a defender, and he's going to get the foul called against Minden.
Boy, there are times, there are flashes where Parker Ablett is just so smooth with the basketball. That time slicing and dicing his way through a couple defenders.
Tigers to inbound, down by 6. Sinek gets it in right in front of him to Ablett. They'll pass it around. Hastings has gotten those open looks. Like that one there, but Schneider didn't take it. He's going to bounce it into Ablett, though, and misses. Just short there. Ablett had it there, but so close, but no cigar.
Boy, if I'm a Minden fan, I'm thinking, how can that happen? How can that happen? We're packing it in. It's a 2-1-2 zone. We're giving up the three-point shot. We're trying to deter Hastings away, and they still get it in there with a good look, but couldn't finish. Everything's all right.
So Minden loses it out of bounds. Thought we might have had a touch there, but no touch, according to the Pinstripes.
Yeah, they're a little closer than we are to the
Yes, they are. We're up here. We've got an eagle-eye view of everything up here at Hastings. Sinek, soft touch, jumper, no good. And he tips it out of bounds, trying to go for his own board. And Minden will get it back up by 6 in the third quarter.
Credit the 6'2 junior Sinek there. That was a nice drive going down the middle of the lane, really attacking that zone, and then following his own shot, nearly came away with an offensive board.
So Hastings bringing out some full court pressure. We've seen Minden break it pretty easily like they do there. And Minden's going to try and get it in. It's Ryan. No good. Put back. Schwenke puts it in for his 5th point of the game, and Minden firing early. Timeout. Hastings 33-25 is your score. Tigers still off the scoreboard in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back on NCN.
Want the perfect SUV for your busy lifestyle? You'll find it at Dinsdale Hyundai with the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Motor Trend's 2023 SUV of the year. Modern styling, America's best warranty, and the highest possible safety rating. Plus, with a range of up to 303 miles, stopping for gas is a thing of the past. The future of EV technology is here in Grand Island. Stop by Dinsdale Hyundai and test drive the Ioniq 5 today.
8-point lead here for Minden on the road. Talked about in the pregame, that is where they struggle on the road, just a 2-7 record. But here they are with a substantial lead in the 3rd quarter. Power dishes it off to Ablett. Good find from 33-13, puts it in.
Real nice flow to that play. Ablett with a nice cut. Pinpoint pass from his buddy Braden Power right on the spot.
Well, look at the rocket pass from Gromas into the paint. It's Dorzinski.
That's
wow.
Teach tape material right there on how to break the press. Get it outside. Then he got those additional guys cutting down the middle of the lane. Great find and score after breaking that press.
Those hands might have scorch marks on it, and Tucker Sinek answers with the 3-pointer of his own. The first non-starter to score for Hastings tonight.
And I mentioned it a moment ago, Sinek staying aggressive offensively. That's a good sign if you're a Hastings fan. You got to stay aggressive, down 5 offensively.
Minden to get it inbounds. They're going to dribble it around with the left, kick it out near corner. Ooh, close to a travel there, but Minden still with it. Dorzinski. Touch, no good. Rebounded by Hastings. Lob up the court to Heinrichs. He is smacked right underneath the hoop, and he'll go to the line for 2.
It's a job. Playing with tempo once again. He had Power with his head up. You know, a lot of times those big fellows, when they start dribbling the ball, they kind of get their eyes down. Not the case that time for Braden Power. Looking up his buddy on the other end of the court.
Today's game brought to you in parts. Big special thank you to Zollner Ford of Lincoln, as the first free throw from Heinrichs off target. Just 46% shooter from the year, but a small sample size. That was just the 25th attempt for him of the year. Caden Block back in for Hastings. Parker Ablett out.
And Block spent a significant time in the locker room, in the training room during that first half. Good to see him back out there. He did not start the half, but good to see that he's good to go after stretching things out on the sideline.
Jake Ryan pump fakes a pass and just baits Tucker Sinek into fouling him. Good smart IQ play by Minden to draw the foul there. Sinek will come out, and Ablett is quickly back in. And as you mentioned, Andy, yeah, Block and Eckhart for Minden were the two that fell pretty hard on their backs going for a loose ball. So that's probably the case of those, but both teams have both those guys on the floor right now. Loose ball picked up by Hastings. It's loose again. Bodies going everywhere. And finally a whistle called. Oh, my goodness.
Both teams laying it all out on the court here, looking to close the season with a victory. And it was kind of fitting you mentioned about a melee type of play where both players got tied up and bodies were hitting the floor. And we're served another type of play, that style of play right here now.
Both teams looked like they were football players scrambling for a fumble there. Bounce pass to Ablett. Driving baseline, nothing there. Schneider's got an open look. He takes the shot. He's short. And picks up the rebound for Dorzinski. Minden up by 5. Now halfway gone in the 3rd quarter. Into the paint it is Dorzinski. Block, I believe, got a hand on it, but still almost made the shot. Finally, foul called underneath the hoop against Hastings.
Eckhart did a great job getting position there. I had to kind of get in between a couple of Tigers to get this offensive board.
Foul goes against Braden Power. That's Power's first. Just one foul for every Tiger that's entered the game except Heinrichs, who has 2. So no foul trouble for either side yet. Pretty clean game for the most part. Minden gets it in. It's Schwenke, tough contested shot. It's off target by a lot. Hastings picks it up. Ablett driving in, kicks it out to Heinrichs for an open look. He does not get that one. Rebounded by Dorzinski. Man, both these teams getting rebounds and sprinting up the court quickly. A long two is put in by Cade Dorzinski. He's got double digits with 10.
He averages 11 per game. Nice little stop and pop to widen this lead back to 7.
Again, Hastings led early in the second quarter, 19-10. Ever since Minden broke that lead, it has been all Whippet since. Schneider pump fakes it. Soft floater. Gets it to fall from the free throw line. First bucket of the game for Schneider, and Hastings will spend another timeout in the second half. 37-32. We'll be right back.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
Start your next journey with Woodhouse. Our commitment extends beyond just selling cars. We offer an unparalleled car buying experience that allows you to shop and buy all online. Explore an array of new brands, makes, and models, as well as our large selection of pre-owned vehicles. And it's easy to get started today with our streamlined purchasing process online, granting you the freedom to secure your next vehicle anytime, anywhere. Discover a better way to buy with Woodhouse.
Five-point game here at Hastings. Minden holds the lead for now. A 37-32 ball game. Hastings just answered with a basket, and Minden's got it. Full court pressure once again for the Tigers.
Just picking them up man-to-man. Now you're going to get the trap.
They do trap. It's William Runyons making just his second appearance. Wild throw, but Minden still collects it. Jumper just beyond the free throw line. No good by Ryan. Runyons picks it up and loses it. They're going to pass it up the floor. Heinrichs pump fakes. Beautiful move, but he can't finish. Minden grabs the rebound. And Jake Ryan going to have to evade some defense, and it's going to be a foul called on Hastings. Oh, man, a big momentum change there, but Hastings can't convert it.
Yeah, back and forth we go, right? You saw a couple plays there where Hastings had it point blank. Excellent ball fake there from Heinrichs. Just couldn't finish with the point blank bunny shot.
I mean, it's almost so poetic that you make a guy miss that bad, and then you can't finish it. Caden Block's headed back to the sideline. Yeah, he's favoring something on that lower half of his body. He's not 100% right now, folks. Look at the pass into the paint and a foul called. Yep.
That's two quick fouls here on Power.
So Power's third. So just mentioned, nobody really in foul trouble, but Power now leads with 3 personal fouls for each side. They get it into Luke Grolmus. Grolmus plows over a defender. It's loose. And Minden's going to get a timeout called before a turnover here.
Bloom, that's a smart timeout, and it's good on the officials hearing him call that timeout while they still had possession here, because it looked like it was going to get tied up with the jump.
So, but quick timeout, so we'll keep it right here. 37-32, and how about the second half for both sides so far? 8 points for Minden in this quarter, and 7 points for Hastings. So a 4-point lead at halftime has now become a 5-point lead for Minden. And besides the Tucker Sinek 3 and the Eli Schneider 2 for the whole game, it was just Heinrichs, Ablett, and Power providing all the offense. But Drew Danielson able to get his guys a little bit more, get a little bit more, spread the wealth, if you will, on the offense.
I think what you're really seeing from both squads is just excellent effort to kind of trading buckets right now to start this third period. And you're waiting as a viewer, as a fan, okay, who's going to go on that first run? Because we saw both teams go on big runs in that first half.
Minden basketball, 2 minutes to go before the end of the third quarter. What can the Whippets come up with here? Collapse defense by Hastings. They've got Runyons loose. He's picked up by Sinek from the free throw line. Off target for Minden. Power has to save it, and he's going to give it right back to Minden. Minden, nobody up there. Look at the move by Ryan, but he can't make it. Hastings pulls it down. Two big looks for Minden there, and they come up empty. Quick passing. Sinek in the corner. Yes!
That just had an excellent flow to it the entire time, Ryan. The ball movement, Power getting it down low, sucking that defense in and across the court. And then you saw that extra pass to find Sinek in the corner.
2-point game. Sinek just the second guy to make a three-pointer for Hastings. As look at the defense there from Landon Heinrichs, forces the miss from Eckhart.
I'll show you that athleticism to go with that 6'3" frame.
Power can't do anything with it on the baseline. They'll pass it around. Creighton Sidlow, a freshman for Hastings, is in the game. We've seen him in just a handful of games for the Tigers, but Drew Danielson will like to sneak him in occasionally as their bench is not very deep.
He's a gunner. He's a shooter.
Going to pass it around. Schneider straight away, short. Only had 5 seconds to shoot on the shot clock, and that's about as good as a look as you're going to get.
So good on the whip it defense, doing exactly what they wanted, forcing Hastings to take that outside shot.
About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock as the third quarter winds down. Jake Ryan gets in with the left side. Shot too strong. Rebound, Power. And he is going to be fouled there as William Runyons was going to pick up the foul for Minden.
I know that shot was off a little bit, a little heavy off the glass, but Jake Ryan is so good with that left hand, transitioning to off the dribble, up with the shot, all in one motion with that left. And then he had Braden Power cleaning things up, leading all rebounders right now are right there at the top with 6.
The subs in for Hastings. Ablett back in. And he replaces Braden Power. 2 seconds. Got to get a shot off. Sinek floater. No good. At the end of 3 quarters, Hastings making it close. They still trail by 2. 37-35 your score. 8 minutes to decide the winner of this one after this.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful.
I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. I love it.
Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
We have a wedding band to buy. So.
We do, yes. The wedding bands will be back for that.
Starter Heyman Jewelers, downtown 12th and O, South Point Pavilions, and Grand Island.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
Fourth quarter, 8 minutes to decide the winner of this one. On your scoreboard, sponsored by Aurora Cooperative, it's 37-35 Minden.
Real quick, Ryan, you know, we talked about the atmosphere here, the jungle and everything. Got to give a shout out to the Hastings Pep Band this Saturday afternoon, playing one of my all-time favorite songs, ska song from the mid-90s, the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. The impression that I get, they've been belting out the classics all afternoon long, getting that crowd energized.
Absolutely. Love a good pep band. Sinek for 3. He drains it. Hastings leads 38-37.
You just felt like Sinek was going to get one of those to go. Hastings been doing a really nice job working the ball around offensively and looking him up as a shooter.
Sinek with 9 points, all of them coming in the second half, and this crowd's into it. Into the paint for Minden. Blocked by Braden Power. Sends it right back in the face of Minden.
He has been a force offensively, defensively all afternoon for the Tigers. That's why it was so critical that he picked up that third foul. And you saw at the end of the quarter, head coach Drew Danielson subbing him out, keeping him out of trouble to maybe pick up a fourth ticky-tack foul.
Caden Block on the bench. He's dealing with a lingering injury, it looks like, as he's been It's not the best 100%. Stolen away by Hastings. Bad pass into the paint. Schneider bounce pass to Heinrichs. Tries to finish. Can't. Minden grabs the board.
Seen that a couple of times now with Hastings. They get the ball off a turnover, and it almost feels like they force one up where it's okay to back things out and reset the offense.
Look at the move into the paint. No good. Lutkemeyer was robbed by the rim. That had every part of it, but did not drop.
That was so pretty. How did that not go down?
A lot of Minden fans on the opposite side of us, hands on heads, wondering the same question. 1 point lead for Hastings, their first lead since the early part of the second quarter. Power to Sinek again. You betcha! Sinek can't be stopped. The juniors got 4 3-pointers in the second half.
The Whippets continue to pack it inside, running that 2-on-2 zone. They might have to change things up here because you mentioned it. Some shooters are starting to warm up for the Tigers.
And the Tigers are going to get called for a foul as Kate Dorzinski drove into the lane. 5:52 left in the fourth quarter. Tonight's fourth quarter sponsor presented to you by Visit Lincoln. See and experience all that Lincoln has to offer. Discover more at Lincoln.org. Minden gets it in. It's Lutkemeyer. Sets a screen for Jake Ryan. He's going to go right through the defense. Power's there. But Ryan gets his own miss and puts it in.
Fantastic job sticking with it. Great concentration. And not looking to the officials for that initial foul. Staying with the play, regathering himself, and a strong finish for the bucket.
Play until you hear the whistle.
Right.
Foul called against Minden. Sinek draws the contact from Cade Dorzinski. That's going to be his third personal foul.
Eckhart is going to re-enter the game here for the Minden Whippets. He's had an impact this afternoon.
So Eckhart back in, and Bryson Schwenke out for the moment.
Okay, so Minden staying in the zone, but they're moving into that 2-3.
Usually you see teams nowadays in high schools they go man and from first quarter to fourth quarter. Sinek, can he do it again? He cannot. But Power grabs the offensive board. He gets into the paint, and he draws a foul.
The 6'4" senior ripping down his 8th board, an offensive board at that. And, you do the dirty work, you get paid off, don't you? Find his way back to the foul line.
So it's Power again. Power 4 for 4 tonight, but not this time. Excuse me, he's actually 4 for 6. Power made his first 4, then went 0 for 2 in his third appearance. Now the fourth, he misses his first. Big insurance points needed for Hastings, and they don't get them. Rebounded by Lutkemeyer. And Minden trying to at least tie it, if not take the lead. There's still plenty of basketball left to be played. Ryan over to Gromas. Gromas left alone. He misses the three-pointer, and again, another lid on the rim for Minden right there.
My goodness, in and out last couple of shot attempts here for Minden.
Good save on the other end. Gets it to Sinek, who draws the foul, and he'll go to the line for 2. But how about the save in that corner by Parker Ablett? Flying almost into the baseline, gets it to Sinek, and you can see right there the hack on the arm by Minden.
That save might have caught the defense over-rotated just a little bit there, and good on Sinek for, that decisive, quick drive down the right side of the lane.
Just the 6th time that Sinek has gone to the free throw line this year, just 6 for 10, and makes a big one right there. He's got 13.
He's having a he's played a big role here, bigger than like you mentioned there, with Caden Block going down due to injury. We still don't see that young man. Or no, he's back out on the court now. That is good to see if you're a Hastings fan.
2 for 2 from Sinek. He now leads all scorers with 14 points. A career night for the Tiger Junior. Can they finish it here on home court? Dorzinski, pass picked off, but Minden retains possession on the loose ball. Ryan, blocked by Block. And Schneider picks up the loose ball. Here's Ablett. He plows over defender, but no call, and Minden steals it away. Brett Eckhart comes up with it. Here's Ryan, pulls up from 3, no good. Once again, Minden just cannot catch a break. Block goes down on the other end, and he's slow to get up. Here's Ablett, foul.
Good whistle.
But he will get to the line for 2 on the foul against Minden, and Caden Block signaling that he needs to come out right now, and he's got his hands on his knees.
Yeah, I mean, that was an athletic play, that last block that he had down low. But when he went up and came down, it looked like he might have re-aggravated, like you said, something maybe with that left leg.
Good for the first free throw for Ablett after he drew the contact into the paint. Take a look at the block again.
Wow, he got up.
And then the next possession after that block went down after trying to go for a rebound. Ablett 2 for 2. Hastings hitting their free throws when it matters. 45-39 your score.
Back up 5. That also lets them get back into this half-court trap.
Minden has been able to break it for the most part. And got a whistle and a timeout by Minden. And we'll take one with them. Hastings leads by 6, 4:13 still to play.
A new year. A fresh start. A resolution to grow more. Gain more. Give more. The process is the same. Plant, grow, harvest. But the way you do it is always evolving. And so are we. Aurora Cooperative. Grow, gain, give. Aurora and you.
The air inside your home can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than outside air. John Henry's priority is keeping your home safe and healthy for you and your family. Cleaning your home's air duct system is an important part of that goal. Our service professionals will clean your air ducts using top-of-the-line equipment that pulls air in reverse through the duct system, while using compressed air and agitation tools to remove unwanted particles. Once the air is discharged, it runs through 3 stages of filtration, leaving your air duct system restored and functioning cleaner than ever. Contact John Henry's today and schedule your steps to a healthier home.
Six-point lead for the Tigers on their home court. It's going to be Minden basketball out of the full timeout. Minden with just 1 timeout left, Hastings with 2. And we're still got over 4 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. We'll see if any teams have timeout trouble in the final seconds. Keep a close eye on that. Rocket pass into the paint to Eckhart. Dishes to Schwenke. Schwenke against defense. Foul. Can he get it to drop in? He cannot.
My goodness.
Nothing dropping for Minden in this quarter.
Can't buy a bucket. Excellent look coming out of that break. And the secondary pass there to Schwenke. That was good on his feet, making himself available.
Schwenke hits the free throw. He's got the best percentage, 68 on the team, with everybody over 35 free throws attempted. He's got a 45-40 game. 2 for 2 from the line for Schwenke, who's got 7 in the contest tonight. Hastings is going to have to pick up some full court press by the Whippets. Going to get it to Sinek. Long bounce pass into the paint and stolen away and taken down was Eckhart, but here comes Minden. Ryan gets around Schneider to the rack. Foul, count it. Minden with an electric performance on that drive by Jake Ryan.
You know, and things got physical on the other end, but the refs have been letting that go throughout this entire contest, so good on them being consistent. And how about the little hesitation by Jake Ryan right there before he burst and accelerated his way to the rim.
Making it look like he was going to pull up, and doesn't. He hits the three-point play, 45-44. After this one's over, stick around for the coach's post-game interview, presented to you by Sarpy County Tourism. Here come the Tigers, leading by 1.
My goodness, as far as player of the game candidates go, I think each team has 4 or 5 guys that we could point to with a good case to be the player of the game.
Who is going to come out on top here? Who wants it more? Schneider gets a foul called against him as Lutkemeyer too handsy with Schneider.
Yeah, kind of an obvious reach in there, and he got away with the first one, but he continued to do so for another 2 or 3 count.
So at the line, Schneider, that is the 15th foul by Minden. So the Tigers go to the line after any foul for the rest of the game.
It's going to be 2 shots from here on out. New rule administered this year. After 5 fouls, you get 2 fouls. It's not a 1-and-1 at 7.
Yep. Schneider, 2 for 2. Back to a 3-point lead. Schneider's just got 4. All of those 4 points coming in the second half. Bad pass. Lutkemeyer chucked it way over the head of Jake Ryan. And another unnecessary turnover.
There's a fan saying, don't
sir.
pass it to me. I'm wearing purple. I'm on your guys' team, but I'm just a fan.
Watch out, first 3 rows of the seat. You never know what's going to land in your lap.
Especially with these two physical teams getting after each other defensively.
Heinrichs with an open look. Yes! What a big three-pointer by Landon Heinrichs, his first of the contest. It's now a 6-point lead.
I feel like Hastings has been at their best offensively when they're decisive, when they take that shot early in the possession.
Into the paint, the move, the finish.
My goodness.
It's Dorzinski.
Skirting the left side of the lane, finishing with the right.
Minden's going to try and steal it away, but Dorzinski's out of bounds. He had it in his clutches for a second, but Hastings will keep it.
Couldn't quite find the handle there. Still pulls within 4, do the Whippets.
He tries he may to dance off the out-of-bounds line. He couldn't. Power gets around 3 defenders. He's going to kick it out to Heinrichs, but an offensive foul. Oh, no.
What a huge, huge turn of events, because you actually saw Heinrichs bury that corner 3, but Power picked up his 3rd or 4th foul?
Yes.
No,
that's his 5th.
Oh, no. If you're a
man.
Hastings Tigers fan, you hate to see that.
With already a short bench, with playing on an injured Caden Block, we've got a freshman basically to come off the bench. Teddy Duong, we haven't seen him play. We've seen him play sometime this season. Off out of bounds, off of Hastings. They all thought that it was last touched by the purple jerseys.
You know, and that's one of those deals where Caden Block for Hastings might have been able to, you maybe could have called a whistle on him here, but instead you just say, all right, we're going to say Minden's ball. So I think both coaching staffs are happy with the Whippets having the possession here.
30-second timeout by Hastings. We're going to keep it right here. Hastings without Braden Power for the rest of the game, and that is huge.
Very big, because we talked about what a great 1-2 punch Caden Block and Braden Power are. 6'4", 6'5", gobble up a lot of space down in the painted area, and both have had huge impact, especially Power, but Block's been fighting an injury here this afternoon, and you just kind of worry about that if you're a fan of the Tigers.
Caden Block averaging 11 points per game. He's got a goose egg on the board so far. 1 foul, no points for Caden Block tonight. The team leader in field goals made and field goal percentage. Nothing to show for it tonight, but Hastings still leads 50-46. So Tucker Sinek is in, and it appears this is going to be probably the 5 that play for the rest of the way. We might see the freshman Sidlow come back in. Minden gets it into Schwenke. Pull up from the free throw line. No good. And knocked out of bounds by Minden. Thought it might have been off a white jersey, but no.
Looked like Eckhart might have poked that one out at the last second.
Minden's going to get a late sub in
look
before
at it here.
The whistle starts. Eckhart's out.
Yep.
Luke Romas, the sophomore, back in.
Look at the replay there from BCH. Uh-oh.
Wide open. It's blocked down the court. His first, he wanted the dunk, but instead puts in the 2. It's 52-46.
The heads-up play, looking at his buddy saying, hey, I'm going over the top.
Block's first bucket of the game, and it gives the Tigers a 6-point lead with just under 2 minutes. Good find into the paint, Bryson Schwenke.
Excellent feed, and the finish from Schwenke.
52-48, 4-point lead. Sinek loses it for a moment, gets to Schneider, gets around defense. Tigers break the full court press. Block with an opening, gives it to Schneider, doesn't pull the trigger.
Whippets don't have to foul here. They're playing an awful physical brand of basketball. Just play straight up, generate a couple stops here.
One more timeout for each side. Any fouls by either side will send the opponent to the free throw line. 5 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Schneider gets the look he wants. He misses. Minden grabs it. It's Dorzinski. Minden down by 4, and a foul called against Hastings.
Hand check. Heinrichs had his hand on him the entire time, and initially it looked like the officials were going to let it go, but Heinrich just continued to kind of ride him with that hand.
So to the line, and Kate Dorzinski.
You couldn't have asked for a better scenario if you're a Minden fan right now. The clock has stopped, and you're at the foul line.
So of the 5 starters, Dorzinski with the worst free throw percentage of the 5, and announcer's jinx there. It just happens. He misses his first.
Boy, he was right on target, just left it a little short, caught the front of the iron.
Now, do you try to miss this and get an offensive rebound? He does not. He'll make it instead.
He's going to say, no, I want points.
So it's now still a 3-point game. We're going to lob it down to Block. Was it off of him? It was.
Yep.
Block's going to try and plead maybe for a reach-in foul, but he will not win that battle. And Minden's going to keep it right back. An unnecessary turnover for Hastings. Well, yes, your tallest guy is down there, but no need to risk it. Up by 3.
Exactly. It was the right idea. It worked for you a moment ago. But if it's contested, why risk it?
52-49. Minden down by 3. Time winding down. 45 seconds to go. Lutkemeyer's got a hot 3-point hand. So does Dorzinski for Minden. Here is Dorzinski. He's got 13 to shoot, 35 on the clock. It's Ryan's going to take the 3. No good. Rebounded by Block. No shot clock.
First rebound of the game, and that was a big one. Boy, he had to dig deep, go up and get one. Maybe the biggest rebound of the game.
Minden fouls, and Hastings will go to the line 4-2, up by 3. Foul against Lutkemeyer's his 4th personal foul.
Wide open 3, a great look for Minden. And how about Caden Block clearing out, going up and getting one.
It's Ablett at the line. He has been amazing tonight as he sinks the free throw for 16 points for him. It's now a 4-point game. Still technically a 1-possession game.
Yeah, Ablett kind of cooled off offensively in the second half, but, I mean, that was to be expected because he was on fire, doing a lot of scoring in that first half.
Ablett, the junior, puts it in. 17 points for him. It's now a 5-point game, only 24 seconds. 1 timeout for Minden. They've got to get going. No time for lollygagging here. You got to get some points, and you need them now. Dorzinski feeds Lutkemeier. No good. Block steals the rebound. It's loose, though, and a foul called against Minden with the 10 seconds left. That should all but do it here in Hastings.
Back-to-back, huge rebounds for the senior, Caden Block.
Lutkemeier had the look.
Yep.
Just couldn't convert. He is scoreless in the second half.
Credit the Whippets, as you mentioned. Not lollygagging, working the ball around, getting a quick look, just didn't fall.
You know I had to drop the lollygagging at one point or another during this. Block makes the free throw, and Minden's going to need a miracle here, now down by 6. Caden Block makes it just his 4th point of the contest, and Minden, try as they may, they're not going to be able to do much in the final seconds. Lutkemeier misses the 3. Time expires, and Hastings holds on at home in come-from-behind fashion. They win it 56-49 on Senior Day here at the Hastings High Gymnasium. 56-49, your final. Hastings gets their 9th win of the year. Stick around. The coach's post-game show is afterwards, and we'll bring you our top plays right after this.
If you're looking to be confident in the used vehicle you're buying, Midway's got it. Our lowest hassle-free prices every day on a great selection of Midway certified pre-owned vehicles. Buy confident at Midway Auto Dealerships in Kearney, Nebraska, or thinkmidway.com.
Champions are crowned each year in Lincoln. All of us at Visit Lincoln welcome the athletes, families, and fans from across Nebraska to our community. When the final whistle blows and the game ends, make sure to discover how Lincoln can make your stay even more memorable. Stop by the Visitor Center at 7th and P in the Haymarket or visit us on the web at lincoln.org. Visit Lincoln is a proud supporter of high school athletics.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Tom Dinsdale Auto. Celebrating 20 years, Tom Dinsdale Auto is proud to be community-driven. And by News Channel Nebraska. Check us out on Twitter at NCN Sports.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. The big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
Want the perfect SUV for your busy lifestyle? You'll find it at Dinsdale Hyundai with the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Motor Trend's 2023 SUV of the Year. Modern styling, America's best warranty, and the highest possible safety rating. Plus, with a range of up to 303 miles, stopping for gas is a thing of the past. The future of EV technology is here in Grand Island. Stop by Dinsdale Hyundai and test drive the Ioniq 5 today.
It all started long ago, with cattle in mind, and it's still the major focus today of Powder River Livestock Handling Equipment and your friends at Valley Vet Supply in Marysville. They want to provide you with the best equipment. That's why they sell Powder River. It truly does stand the test of time. Powder River is a name you can trust. From cattle handling systems to gates and feeders, Powder River makes equipment for life. Come see for yourself at Valley Vet Supply on Highway 36 in Marysville.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Western Oil, your first and last stop to and from the game. By USAFE Pharmacy, dedicated to the well-being of all our customers. And by Zollner Ford Lincoln, proud to be your local Ford and Lincoln dealer.
And this is longer than the fourth quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Down on the court side now with winning head coach Danielson. That was a back-and-forth game, a battle. What are your initial thoughts?
Yeah, we talked this morning in shoot-around that it was going to be a battle. Very well coached. Coach Bloom does a good job, and extremely proud of my guys for sticking through it. And kind of like our season, there's been a ton of adversity that we faced. I think you could pretty much throw everything in that game, and we found a way to get the win.
Speaking of adversity, Minden got off to a hot start, back-to-back triples, but you guys stuck with it and went on a run of your own. What led to that?
Yeah, I thought they handled our pressure pretty well, and we've been having a lot of success the last couple games with that. Once again, in that second half, there was just some big game-winning plays that we made. We kind of had a message all day that if we could just speed them up for 4 quarters, not just 1 or 2, we've got the tougher team in the fourth quarter, and that proved today.
You guys are hanging right around 500, a little up and down type of a season. You mentioned the adversity. What does this mean to you guys going out on a victory at home?
Yeah, adversity makes you stronger, and we're certainly a testament to that. We've got a strong-minded, tough-minded, together team right now. And when you get into February and especially March, those teams are dangerous.
What can you tell me about tonight's player of the game, Parker Ablett? I mean, when he gets on fire, you guys look unstoppable at times. Yeah,
he's just a testament to what we're trying to do with this program. He's such a great kid off the floor. And when you do all the right things off the floor, you come into a game and good things happen, and he certainly was tonight.
Coach, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring in our player of the game, Parker Ablett, 17 points. There was a stretch in the first half where you just kind of took the game over, scoring from outside, scoring inside. What was your mindset going into this one?
I feel like you just gotta, when you're out there, you just play. If you think too much, overthink things, then you'll start to turn the ball over, and that happens sometimes. You just gotta play hard, and things will come.
It's easy to say things right before game and throughout practices. What was going through your mind when Minden got off to that hot start? You guys had to battle back.
They've got off to hot starts in a lot of games, and we knew they were gonna shoot the ball well and come out with a lot of energy. So we just had to stay the course, stay with the game plan, and we ended up getting the win.
You guys took a lot of shots there in that second half or second quarter that really started to fall. Was there something said there between that first and second quarter, say, just stick with it, the shots will come?
Yeah, we just just keep playing, and yeah, shots will fall. That's just been our mindset the whole year, and yeah.
I asked Coach, I'm going to ask you, what does a win like this on your home court to close out a season do for you guys, your momentum, your mindset?
Yeah, to end the season with 3 in a row is huge for us. To win one at home, to end it's just huge for our seniors. Getting a win for them at home, it's just a great way to close it out.
Congratulations, Parker, on a great game and the victory.
Thank you.
All righty, Ryan, let's send it back up to you in the booth to wrap this one up.
Thank you, Andy. What a performance by Parker Ablett, the junior, coming in averaging just 12 points per game. He's the leader, but he dropped 17 points tonight. Tucker Sinek with 14 points, Braden Power with 8, Landon Heinrichs with 6, and Eli Schneider with 4, as well as Caden Block. And for Minden, their top players were Cade Dorzinski with 13 points, 10 points from Luke Grolmus, 9 points for Bryson Schwanke, and Lutkemeyer with 6 points to go along with 11 from Jake Ryan. Let's bring you now our top plays, sponsored by Currency, as we will show you all the action of this one. It was a 3-point party to start things off as Minden hit some 3-pointers early. They got off to a hot start with 2 3-pointers. There's one of them as Minden's Luke Grolmus. He finished with 10 points, burying the triple there. And Parker Ablett, one of his 3 3-pointers in the first half, sunk it there to make it a 3-point game. Minden in front early, and the block by Ablett. He did it all on offense and defense to keep it a 1-point game there. 14-10, Hastings in front, ending it on a 9-0 run. Ablett again buries it beyond the 3-point line for his 3rd 3-pointer, but Austin Lutkemeyer says, I'm going to hit one of my own in the second quarter. That made it a 3-point game. And then the and one by Bryson Schwanke. Minden was up by 4 at halftime as they led 29-25. Sent it to the third quarter. Minden trying to keep their offensive momentum going. They get a putback by Schwanke. Minden led by as many as 9 points in the third quarter. Eli Schneider creates the ball fake. Soft floater, get it to fall. Schneider finished with 4 points. That was his only field goal of the game. But now Hastings getting hot. Tucker Sinek, how about the junior hitting 4 3-pointers all in the second half? That made it a 2-point game. Minden led by 2 going into the fourth quarter. Sinek again. How about that? Mr. Sinek on fire from beyond the arc tonight. Hastings hit 8 3-pointers from beyond the lane. Minden answered. Got an and-one play there from Jake Ryan. Minden tried to catch it close, and then Hastings pulled it away in the end. Caden Block, that was his only bucket of the game. He finished with 4 points, and that put the icing on the cake. Hastings won it 56-49. So on the floor, they got it there. On the home floor, they got it done. They win it, and they will go on to sub-districts on Tuesday. Both teams will be a win or go home scenario for both teams. And we're going to have a video playing for you. We've got a special apology to play to Minden fans. We had a mishap with the radio broadcast earlier in the week. So Minden fans, take a look at this special presentation.
Hi folks, Michael Shively with News Channel Nebraska. I want to thank some special Minden businesses. They sponsored our ESPN Tri-Cities radio coverage of the Minden girls basketball sub-district final. The only problem, I was the announcer. I played the wrong commercial log. Their ads never aired. We need to thank them now. Miller Body Shop, Minden Exchange Bank and Trust, Madsen Seed, McBride Realty, Liskey and Ends PC. Thank you. I'm sorry. Go Whippets.
He owes Jesse and the gals at ESPN steak dinner at least, maybe some crab legs, even at that. Michael, a good video. That's awesome. 56-49, your final score again. Minden falls to 8-12. Hastings improves to 9-12. That'll do it for the boys' regular season contest as they'll start sub-districts next Tuesday. Minden is the number 2 seed in sub-district C10. They'll play Holdridge on Tuesday, and then Hastings High in their Class B7. The Class B boys sub-districts have not been announced yet, so we'll keep an eye out on those. But Hastings will bring a 9-12 record into the postseason. On behalf of the NCN Sports crew, I want to give a big thank you to Danny and the guys back in the truck, for our color commentator, and Ryan Valenta, myself. Andy Klassen is the guy who hung out with me, provided all that good stuff. We appreciate Andy taking the trip here to Hastings. On behalf of NCN Sports, that'll do it. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday afternoon.